it going, everybody? Happy Sunday. Can you hear me? I didn't check my mic. Oh, yes, it's working. That was a close one. Whew. How's it going, everybody? Oh, man, we got some old timers here. Folks from way back, way back. Bogdan, we got Jerry. Oh, my gosh. We got Tony. How's it going, everybody? Philip, still getting set up ready. Don't forget your mic. Thank you very much, Philip. Thank you. And I almost did, right? You see that. And KW Ryder got first. Sorry, Bogdan. Almost there. Almost there. And Philip was almost there, too. How's it going, everybody? Ken, Tom. That's a sweet-looking Jeep. Nice. All right, Ryan. How's it going? Hello, Victor from Portugal. All right. Hey, fellas. How's it going? Oh, let's get rid of this thing. We don't need this. All right. So, gonna do it a little fast today. Little fast stream today. Thanks, everybody, for being here. We got company in town, and I love visiting with them, and they're going off to see like some flowers or something silly. So we're gonna play with LEDs in the meantime. All right, we'll do that for a bit, and then I'll cut out. But we'll get some good stuff done. The thing that I want to talk about today, is the newest version of wLED. So there's a new beta version, probably not a huge change, but it's worth looking at. You know, I think it's great when they have a new release that they think is good enough to send out to everybody. So Air Cookie just put this up a few days ago, I think 4 days ago. So let's check it out, right? I know there's going to be like some new effects, maybe some new user interface stuff. We'll just check it out. Certainly lots and lots of just little fixes. And sometimes most of those things you don't even notice in the background of the function of wLED. So let's check it out. Actually, in the meantime, in order to get us there, that is a horrible looking picture. We're going to have to adjust that. Let me get my desk all arranged here. I got here a matrix and all the parts, and I want to put it all together for you. There it goes. Look at it. But first, we got to fix that picture. We cannot be struggling with this crappy picture. Craig, you are late. Elton John, Glastonbury, or DrZzs both starting at the same time. Oh, man. Well, I guess I'll understand. I'm sure Sir Elton would also understand if you decided to watch me do this instead. But I will certainly understand if you watch Sir Elton instead of me. Besides, this will be recorded, so you can always come back and watch it later and pretend like it's live. How's it going, Raspy? Got my dad hooked on. Oh, good. He's enjoying watching you these days. Oh, that's great to hear. Thank you, Raspy. Thank you, thank you. And say hi to your dad. Is your dad watching right now? Hi, Mr. Raspy. Mr. Raspy Dad. Okay, let's see. We got to fix this camera first because this camera picture looks terrible. I don't know why. I don't understand why it would look different. Why would I have to adjust it? Because I've spent plenty of time adjusting it in the past and got it to look pretty good. And then now here it is kind of all goofy again. Oh, these windows open up so massive. Okay, let's see. Shrink this guy down here. What are you guys up to? Johnny, how you doing? What are you guys up to? Tell me about your projects. Tell me about what you guys are doing while I'm sorting out this video configuration. Oops. Okay. White balance. That looks better already. We do need, it's like a little underexposed almost. There it goes. Better. Focus. I'm going to say the focus is all right. We're going to leave the focus as is. Okay, how's that look? Is that better? Looks a little weird, like it's got some kind of funky reflections, but that's good enough. Okay, good enough, good enough, good enough. All right, so what projects you guys working on? Tell me about that real quick, and then we'll go back to get back to business. We'll go on a short little squirrel, and then we'll get back to business. My squirrel is like, who you calling short, buddy? All right, there we go. Never working on the node. Oh, forever working on node red, trying not to mess up my presence detection flows. Oh boy. Going back up Bofang extended battery and a USB-C charging. Oh, cool. Bofang extended battery. Ooh, is that like, that's not for a house. What's that for? Packing for a work trip. Ooh, departs in 5 hours. Sorry, Robert. I hope it's someplace fun, but if it's work trip, it's probably not. No time to play with toys. Sorry, Robert. Dang. That's too bad. That's too bad. All right, so let me go through this real quick because we kind of went through this when we had 380 on the other day, but we didn't really get to do a ton of the basic stuff. So I'm going to start with the basic stuff. So this is an 8x32 matrix. It's WS2812 LEDs. You can get these from AliExpress for maybe 10 bucks. You can get them from Amazon for like 19, 18, 17, somewhere in there. There's links. If you look back a couple streams, they've got some Amazon links and some AliExpress links. This is a diffuser, which I think was made by Aaron, right? I think this was Aaron. And right now I'm forgetting the name of his channel, but if you do Home Assistant, you know who Aaron is, or wLED. He does a lot of wLED. Anyway, so this is the 3D printed back for this matrix. And all I'm doing here, let's see, did I have to poke a bigger hole? I can't remember if I had to poke a bigger hole or if this fit. Basically, I'm taking the Dig, this is a Dig-to-Go. Great little thing there, right? Dig-to-Go. Anyways, so I'm taking the Dig-to-Go and the wire that it came with and just feeding it through this hole in the side of this 3D printed back, the back portion. Oh, that's the USB-C side, silly boy. It's not going in there. Okay. And then it's just got the regular JST connector here. Great, great. Creation versus kit. Is my stream no longer sponsored by PCBWay? Yeah, it's not currently. And nothing wrong. Just I don't think I was giving them what they wanted, or what they needed, what they should have been getting for what they were paying me. So I'd rather not have a sponsor that I'm not helping. That sounds weird. They didn't end it. I did, really. So can I talk about things that make wLED not remain connected to Wi-Fi? Or reboot the controller randomly when they're turned off. So Jeff, that's a question Jeff asked, and I think that's a great question. Let's just address that. So things that make the wLED controller disconnect from Wi-Fi. So first thing is going to be Wi-Fi signal strength. If you have something like this, or something that has an onboard antenna, you know, that one of these controllers that has just the onboard antenna, if I can find something like this one, if it has this little black rectangle on it as the antenna, that signal is not going to be as strong and it may disconnect just because of that. The better option, if you have to have something with Wi-Fi, is the external antenna version, which is something like this, that's got this extra antenna. This is a lot more reliable when it comes to Wi-Fi connections. Apart from that, I think when you get into Wi-Fi dropping problems, it could sometimes also be a power problem. Maybe the power for the device is just not quite enough. But if it's happening when it's off, I would say if it's happening when it's on, when like your lights are on, the lights are drawing so much power that maybe you're getting a bit of a brownout, or your controller's not quite getting enough power to stay connected, and so it goes offline. But if your lights are off and it's happening, it still could be something like that. Just a weak power supply, or sometimes a power supply that's fluctuating a little bit in what voltage it's providing. I got some really cheap power supplies once from like the dollar store, and they were like on and off like every second. So it would have been fine to like charge your phone. Your phone probably eventually could have charged, but for something like a Wi-Fi connection, it was not going to work. Nicholas says maybe it's too many too many things connected. Might be it too. I would love to hear more Pixelhead or you guys' ideas too. So those are the first couple things, is just what's the Wi-Fi strength? It could be your router too. I mean, who knows what kind of rules your router might have. The other thing is the sleep mode. The sleep mode in wLED, I don't remember, guys. Is it turned off by default? There is a way to disable the sleep mode in wLED. So the ESP32 can put itself to sleep to save power, or you can tell it not to. If it puts itself to sleep to save power, it could disconnect from Wi-Fi and take a minute to reconnect, when you want to use it. So those could all be a part of it. A lot of access points have a limited number of devices. That's a good point. So your access point may have a limited number of devices. So it has to kick some things off and bring some new things on, depending on how much network traffic you have or how many devices. Get the antenna. Maybe get the antenna out of the box. That's like Turtle's saying. Somebody asked about, does the Dig-to-Go support an external antenna? It does not, Robert. It does not. The Dig-to-Go is really made for indoors, so hopefully indoors you have a pretty strong Wi-Fi signal. It's when you get into the outdoor stuff and you're putting it up on your house that having an external antenna is more important. That's not saying that you don't need them sometimes inside the house too, but no, the Dig-to-Go does not support an external antenna, unfortunately. Wi-Fi seems very near. Needs to be very near. Gotcha. Yep. Ooh, Vortex got a new culp. Signal's not the issue. FYI, wLED sports 99% signal with the AP only feet from the ESP. Meanwhile, power supply. 300 LEDs on the controller. External antennas installed. Gosh, so that's all. And Jeff, man, and you're still having troubles with it, huh? So let's see. Jeff's got. So in wLED, it reports 99% signal strength. It's only a few feet away from the ESP, his access point. It's got a good, strong meanwhile power supply. 300 LEDs on the controller, not a lot. External antenna installed, huh? So then describe again, Jeff. What's happening again? So it's still randomly disconnecting from time to time. wLED remaining not connected to Wi-Fi, or reboot the controller randomly when they're turned off. Man, random reboots and doesn't stay connected. Have you tried a different ESP32? Yes, Vortex. I am an anesthesiologist. Can you believe it? Couldn't you tell by the Hawaiian shirt? I'm just kidding. It has nothing to do with any. Had the same ones. Wi-Fi going crazy. I don't know, but let's try and get. Sounds like the board could certainly be. There is from time to time, just the board itself is not that good. Gas jockey. All right, let's keep working on Jeff's question. All right, I'd love to hear redone wiring on the ESP and that fixed it. I would love to hear more ideas for how to get Jeff's problem fixed. I wish I had a slam dunk answer. Hey, Brendan, how you doing? Okay, let's get this thing put together. So I printed these as well. These are really cool. I think I talked about this before. These are a diffuser for the matrix, and you really do want to have a diffuser for the matrix, I think. I think it makes it look a lot better, but you can do whatever you like. If you don't want a diffuser, you don't have to have a diffuser. If you want to use a different thing for a diffuser, you can do that. People use tissue paper and all kinds of other things, but this is a really cool 3D printed diffuser. And the way it works is you start with a clear filament and you print, I don't remember how many layers it is. It's 3 or 4 layers. And then you switch the color out to do black and then let it finish. And when you're done with that, I had to have 2 of them for this particular matrix. It's made to be 2. My printer probably could have printed, all at once, but not every printer can do that. Let's see, now I get it jammed in there somehow. I feel like it's hanging up on something in there. I feel like it's just not quite catching something. Let's see if there's something in there that I can't see. You can put a little glue or something if you want to. I find that, this is the second one of these that I've done, and they seem to fit pretty well. I'm going to move this one around and see if that's something else going on here. Let's move this one over to here. You got to be a little careful because if you pull too much on them, you can kind of delaminate this clear layer from the other stuff. All right, that seems to have gone pretty good. Okay, there we go. Good enough for now. I probably will throw some glue on there. This one just feels like it's a little bit warped, but holding up okay. Nope, see, look at that. It's just going to pop right off. Anyways, all right. So now we got that together. Tippy tap tap. Hoping that the latest wLED support word scrolling across. I currently use Pixel It for that, but would like to stay on the platform. Very excited for this stream. Have you not seen that, Travis? It does. There is a way to do word streaming, word scrolling. We did a stream about it 2 streams ago, something like that. Andrew says, "What kind of printer do I have?" I have wLED. They've sent me so many good ones, but the ones that I use most are the wLED Neptune 3 Plus and the Neptune 3 Max, and I think they've got them in stock now. They've got them in stock, and yeah, go check them out. They're great. I don't have an affiliate link or anything, but they're let's see if they have them. I don't know if they have them on Amazon or not. Let's see real quick. I'll show you the printer. Here we go. We're squirreling around a little bit here. But it's sort of related. We're talking about this. Oh yeah, it does have, it's pretty decent, Travis. It's pretty decent. And we played with it a couple streams ago, but we'll do a little bit more today. Let's see. So the 3D printers, the Neptune, they're starting to already have the Neptune 4s now. They hardly got the Neptune 3s in stock, and they're going on to the Neptune 4s. All right, come on. Neptune 3D printers. So I have not tried the Neptune 4s. I have the Neptune 3 Max, I have the Plus, I have the Pro, and I have the plain Neptune 3. Basically, the Pro, the Plus, and the Max are all the same printer. They just have different size beds. That's all. Everything else is the same. The controls are the same. The hardware, the stuff that puts it all together is all the same, and they work really well. They've got a self-leveling thing in them. It's pretty awesome. They're pretty good. You built 4? Oh my gosh. You built, I'm not, oh, you're one of those crazy printer builders. Oh, Andrew, I would love to pick your brain sometime. I would love to build me a Voron. I would love it. It's probably not going to happen for quite a while, but it's on my bucket list of things to do. Oh, Nicholas got the Neptune 3 Plus. Oh, good. I'm glad. I don't think the properly sized and working power supply would dip the voltage with that much when amperage rises. Probably not. Not a good one. Not a good one. SSID for 2.4 are not the same. AUP for wLED controller is on its own VLAN with only 5 devices on it. The Ring doorbell camera and 4 LED controllers. Nothing else. Jeff, have you tried a different ESP32 board? If you need one, hit me up in Discord. We'll try and get you connected. I've got some plain ESP32s, which reminds me, I might as well tell you, shipments are on their way, and I mean, they're close. So everything that's out of stock will very, very soon be in stock. Hopefully this week should be in stock. Love to point me towards some awesome YouTubers. Okay, thank you. Is that what you did, Andrew? You followed them and they showed you how to get it done? Try a new board just to eliminate that as an issue. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, Jeff, hit me up. Let's talk about trying to get you a new ESP32. Maybe that's the problem. It's working sometimes, right? It's just not working all the times. Oh, you've tried them both? ESP32 controllers and? They both do it. Huh. In stock briefly. So what I'm getting in is it's a big shipment from a boat. They're bringing it on a boat. It's that big. My own boat. Shipment on a boat. All right. Let's get this plugged in. Okay. So I can't remember if I already set up this, controller or not. So we're going to find out. So here's, the Dig-to-Go connected to our fancy matrix. And we're going to go in, see if I didn't write the IP address on this matrix. So that makes me think I probably didn't connect it to my network and stuff yet. I did not, because here's a wLED access point available. So we're going to pop in there real quick. Yeah, if all I gotta kind of agree with Valle or Valley. It sounds like it might be a router thing. If they're all doing it. Okay, Wi-Fi settings. Let's make sure that this is the right one. We'll go to the controls and we're turning it off. Okay, so that's the right one. So I'm going to go in here. This one's going to be a permanent fixture at my house. So we are going to go ahead and set it up in wLED with the Wi-Fi settings here. First thing I'll do, put my Wi-Fi password and stuff in. I know you can't see this, but you guys know this stuff, right? If anybody needs me to go over this, okay. Done. Saved. Or a bass boat. Yacht or shipping container boat? Good question. Two Voron devs. Really nice community. Even have a local supplier. Oh, wow. In Texas. Oh, cool. Yeah. Okay, thanks. Yes, let's talk about it sometime. Outside light. I'd be looking for water too. Could be. Sounds like he's right by the access point too. That's crazy. All right, let's see now. We're going to go into the wLED app. We're going to hit the plus. We're going to hit discover lights. We're going to hit the check mark. And we're going to see if we got a new sound reactive. And we did right there. All right, so the IP address of this device is 94. Okay, sweet. Now we're going to rearrange some things a little bit here. We're going to turn off this camera. Oh gosh, I got all this crap on my desk. So much stuff on the desk. I'm going to just shove some things out of the way here. Shove these things out of the way. Slide this guy over here. Turn on this other camera. Back it up a little. There we go. It's not totally in. Okay, beauty. Excellent. Very nice. Very nice. All right, so now we can go back and forth a little bit, and we can, we're going to put this actually up here. I think we'll probably have to have two of them open, though. Let's see. We'll put that back here. All right, anyways, here we go. So here we are. This is the Dig-to-Go that I just set up. We're on PCB mode. Let's get the info here. So this is running version 13.2. So we are going to update this, and we're going to do a couple things to this one. Man. Let's configure this. Let's go to LED preferences. Okay, great. So what we're going to do here, this is going to be to make this as easy as possible, we're actually going to flash it manually. And that is just because Quindor has a version of wLED that's all pre-configured for his different boards. And so we're going to go with the install QuinLED info page. And we're going to go with the QuinLED Dig-to-Go right there. And if I go to install, this is connected to my computer, so it should pick it up. There it is. And if I'm not sure if that's it or not, I don't want to unplug it and plug it back in, but I could. I'm going to unplug it. Yep, that's the one. So I plug it back in, pops back up. I know that's the right one. Okay, connect. Oh, you know what? Well, that's okay. We're going to do this because this will load. The biggest reason for doing this is that it will get all the pins assigned correctly. Like there's an internal relay and there's a microphone and there's a infrared receiver. By using this version, we're going to get all those things set up ahead of time. It's also going to load the user mod for the microphone, which we'll want to enable. And then we're going to go to the 14.3 beta because right now I would bet that this is not going to be 14.3. Yeah, so this is going to be 14.2, but that's okay. We're still going to install, we're going to install the 14.2, the Dig-to-Go version, and then we're going to go back, or then we're going to go ahead and install the 14.3 beta on top of that, because that will not, if we do that over the air, it will not reset all those other things. So by updating manually now, we get pins assigned for microphone and for relay and for infrared, and we get the user mod loaded for the microphone, then, or for sound reactive. Then when we go to the 14.3 beta, those things won't change. We'll do that over the air, so it won't reset all those things. If we do it manually, it would reset all those things. We don't want to do that. So, and this will, I'm sure that Quindor before too long will update this installer to be version 14.3. And at some point, the Dig-to-Go's will start shipping with 14. 14 is still beta, so that's probably why he's not going to send those out yet with version 14. All right, so let's install. Do I want to install it? Yes. Okay, here we go. Didn't AirCookie say to roll back for the time being and not use 3 beta? Oh gosh, did he really? I don't know. I missed that. I just saw that it came out a couple days ago. Is that right, Nicholas? No, that sucks. See if you can find that. Try different types and brands of controllers. Some reduce the problem, but not solve it. Yes, static IP address. Son of a gun. Moon modules. Version 14, beta 15. What comes on that one, Snake? That's on 14.3 beta. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. Nicholas, are you sure? Well, we're going to find out. That's, you know what? I guess that's a great, Ryan has a good solution for you, Jeff. And it may not be convenient. It may mean running some wire, but could you connect through Ethernet? That's kind of the final straw. It sounds like you're doing everything. Like you really have all the stuff you're telling us that you've got that would solve most of the problems that I could think of answers for. The next thing would be to try, and it doesn't have to be PoE, but at least Ethernet, you know. Can you do Ethernet? Lots of options in the setting menu. I might have to try that one. And the fact that Quindor's on vacation, that's right. Okay, so Johnny, oh gosh, so I'm going to end up, well, maybe what we'll do then, is we'll do the moon guy, the moon one. How does the Permatrack fare in California heat? Should be fine. It's all this stuff now is aluminum. Should be good. Could I just leave my Christmas lights on my house all year long? Or do you think it will fry? Oh no, you totally can leave it on all year long. That's totally right. If you can't leave the Permatrack with LEDs up on California house all night, how easy is it to de-LED the Permatrack without adding new holes to the house? So, good questions, HQ. Let me answer those for you. Number one, you should be just fine to leave the Permatrack installed all year long on your house. The lights will last for years and years and years, even in the sun. The track is not going to be a problem. It's going to be aluminum. You're not going to get any rust. You're not going to get any issues with the track. So basically, yes, you should be able to leave it up. But if you decided to take it down, you could take it down, and it actually would be reasonably simple, because if you mount the mounts, the little clips that mount, you can mount to your whatever we call on that thing, the soffit. Then you should be able to just pinch the track and get it in there, and then pinch the track and take it out. So you could just take the track out. I wouldn't take the lights out of the track. I would just take the whole track down in sections and then put it back up. But honestly, I would just leave it up. I think you'd be fine to just leave it up. I could do, but not until the attic is at 500 degrees. Well, maybe try it, Jeff, outside of the attic just to see if that works. And if it does, then you know that once it cools off, you can put that up there. Wires are 16 gauge controllers, 3 inches from the first LED in the string. And it doesn't sound like you're not having signal problems. So the distance from the controller to the lights is not the problem. It's just the network connection is the problem. Direct versus indirect sunlight. I mean, you've got more sunlight than we do here, but I know there's people that have put them up in Arizona. Like, I know Rob, and there's others too, right? That are Florida that have, similar sun to California. And it's the LEDs themselves, like the pixels, the little bullet looking pixels, they may get crusty on the outside. They may look yellow. Sometimes they even look like they've got some brown crusty stuff on them. Like the silicone is like, I don't know, whatever, reacting to the sun, but they still work. And the colors actually don't look different in a noticeable level at all. I used to use the string LED lights. They're recommended from the first Christmas light village. But I hung them on the nails and the sun just burned and yellowed big time. Thanks for the advice. Love what you do. Thank you very much, HQ. Yeah, the lights, they can look discolored. But it'd be interesting to compare how the discolored ones and the non-discolored ones look. I think they still are pretty, certainly to most eyes, they're going to be pretty similar, even though that, I know that's what Rob said about his, that they turned yellow and kind of crusty, but he couldn't really distinguish much of a color difference. So pixels on the outside of the house, and they have been just fine in the 90 degrees in Oklahoma. Keyword right now. Suitable for being placed outside for years. They all should be outside for years, Yona. So mine have been outside since 2017. So we're going on 6 years. And the sun here in Utah is not going to be the same as it is in Southern California or Florida or Arizona, some of these places, but it's not like we don't get sun. And I do have some that look kind of crusty. They look like they're kind of yucky, but when people look at them, they still ooh and ah. They don't really get to, they're not like, oh, why did those ones look different than those ones? Maybe some would notice, but I haven't noticed. Initial AP mode setup is broken. You can't set up a new device. Upgrade to that version works. Okay. So Johnny says that the problem with 14 beta is that the initial access point mode setup is broken. So if you have it set up with 14.2 and you just do an over-the-air update, you should be good because you don't need to use access point mode, and then it'll get fixed with an update. Okay, that sounds good. Tiny and mostly useless when compared to other parts of the country and the world. Okay, maybe true. Maybe true. So here's another thing, Robert. Here's another idea for you. You can, depending on the look you want, you can get the permatrack that has the holes on the side of the track instead of the bottom of the track. And then you can point the pixels at the house. Now, what that will do is it'll make it look like your house is more of a glow, right? It'll be more colors kind of reflecting on the house. It won't be individual dots that you see like you would see Christmas lights. Some people like that look. Some people don't like that look as much, but that would keep your pixels from being in the direct sun for what that's worth. Just another idea. Okay, let's try it. So we got this here. We could go here, logs and console, great. Okay, reset the device. Okay, oop, there it goes, just turned on. So we're gonna go here. This is version 14.2. So we should be able to, it's probably going to discover it. Oh, wait, sorry. We got to go here because I did do a whole new setup, right? So now I got to go back to the Wi-Fi access point. So I'm going to the access point on my phone. And this is 14.2 beta, so this should still work. Should not have an access point problem. And it looks like it's connecting. Yep. Okay. Then I'm going to go to the Wi-Fi settings. Then I'm going to put, you can scan for a network. Scanning. Let's try that. That sounds like fun. Scanning. Found my network. Great. And so then all it's asking me for is the password. Nice. So that's an update. I've used 14.2 beta before, but I didn't notice that. Save and connect. Okay. Now my guess is it's going to give it the same IP address. Hopefully it will. If it doesn't, that's fine too. UV coating of some sort. That's the destructive element that we can't see it anyway. Oh yeah, to cover it. So coat them with something that's UV protectant, maybe, James says. You would hope that they would already be. I wonder if some brands are more UV coated than others. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. All right, we're going to discover new lights again. We're going to see if this one shows up as the same. Oh, that's a different one. But that's funny because it is reacting. Dig-Octa 94. Yeah, it did give it the same one. It's show. I hit a different. I hit a preset for my other lights here, and they're synced. So that's why this one came up. But it's still 94, so it still gave it the same IP address. All right, great. So back to here, back to here. Here we are. It's on candle multi, but we'll put it on something else. Okay, great. It's doing some stuff. Let's see this one. It's doing some stuff. So we're going to now, we'll look at this here, and now we're going to be on, this is going to be on 14.2 beta. So now we're going to do the over the air to 14.3. All right. Security and updates. Manual OTA update. 14.3 binary. And then this is what it says. There's currently a safety issue with 14.3 beta and recent nightlies causing the software auto brightness limiter to not apply correctly. All right, so that could be a problem if you're relying on the auto brightness limiter to sort of work to keep your wiring and your power supply and all that stuff safe and sane. So I highly recommend rolling back to beta 1 on setups that require ABL, which is the auto brightness limiter, to not exceed PSU wiring and current limits. A new beta will be released soon after this issue is fixed. If you saw a shooting star, what would you wish for? This various highlights are, okay, this is stuff that they added. And I'm excited to see these because I'm having a lot of fun with these matrices. So these new 2D effects. Segment sets, that's an interesting concept. I'm going to see what they mean by segment sets. Improved ESP32 variant support. I don't think we're using any of those. I don't know what's in the Dig-Octa, but I doubt it's one of those. Might be. Half a year's worth of improvements and fixes. And here's a changelog for detailed list. Anyways, we're going to get the binary. So we're going to get the 14.3 beta ESP32 bin right here. Okay. That should be the one we need. I'm just double checking here that I got it. The right stuff. All right, we're going to download that. Flash easy. wLED. Save. Okay, there it is. Oops, we can get rid of that. Go back to here. We can get rid of that. Now we're going to choose that file that I just downloaded. Sorry, just checking on that thing. I'm going to choose that file I just downloaded. Flash easy. wLED. 14 beta 3. Update. All right, we'll see. Curious about the new effects. Me too, especially one called Octopus. That sounds awesome. So I need to install. No, not necessarily. I mean, Yona, what version are you on? Are you on? And you're relying. If you're completely relying on the auto brightness limiter, then maybe it would be a good thing to do, but I don't know if you have to do. Power supply is mounted in open air under the roof of the porch. Temp never gets above 90. Shade at the hottest part of the day. It does this in the winter when it's cold too. Oh, you're on 14.3 beta? What do you, I mean, if you're not having, if you're relying on that, you can, I don't know, I would say just risk it until he gets until 14.4 beta 4 comes out. But if you're concerned, if you're really pushing the limits, say you got some really tiny wire or something, or a lot of LEDs on a small power supply, and you're relying on that auto brightness limiter to keep you safe, then maybe you should, but otherwise I don't think it matters. As long as you keep the light intensity low, you're probably fine. I don't think that's going to be a big deal. Just, you're experienced. You know what you're doing. Just don't overload your power supply or your wires. That's it. What are some of the options that could limit LED brightness without using ABL? Right here, really, is the most important thing, killer, is your actual brightness limiter. And keeping it off of white. So keep it off of white and keep your brightness down, and that should do it. The effects that are like the worst, like candy cane has always been one of them. Did they take candy cane off? I think they may have, because candy cane was just white and red on the Chase 2. So anything that uses white and that gets a lot of the lights lit up is going to potentially draw more current. So Snake says power injection. Power injection will keep you from, because power injection splits the amount of current that the wires are carrying. So if you have one pair of wires and then you do power injection, now you've got 2 pairs of wires. So you've got half as much current on each pair of wires. So that makes that better. Then as far as the power supply goes, it's just brightness and things. Phone power supply for how many LEDs, Yona? Probably fine. I'd say just keep your brightness down. Okay, so we still have to do the configuration here because this is not all configured. All right. So we're going to go in here. We're going to go to the user mods and we're going to enable audio reactive. Now this is here because we used Quindor's version of beta 14.2. So Quindor's version that's built for the Dig-to-Go comes with this user mod loaded. You just have to enable it. I don't think you have to change anything else. I think you just save it and it should be good after that. All right. LED preferences. We do have, now we're going to expect that this is not working, right? So I'm actually going to just turn it off because that's what they said. That's not working. So I have an 8x32. So is that going to be 256? Probably is, would be my guess. Without doing the math in my head. I think that's 256 lights. Okay. Save that. Ooh, it just flashed real bright. 2D configuration. So we do have 2D. We have a matrix. Look at this. This is new. Matrix dimensions. Oh, awesome. Gap file. Gap file is a JSON file containing an array with a number of elements equal to the matrix size. Oh gosh, that's complicated. I hadn't heard those terms before. Anyways, let's see this. All right. So I know for sure that this matrix goes vertical, meaning where it starts. And this, if you think about a matrix like this, it really makes sense that it goes vertical. So it starts, I don't know if it starts here or here. I don't really remember really, but we can switch that. What matters is it goes up and down like this and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And then what that does is makes it so if at some point you're like, okay, I only want my matrix to be this long, you can cut it and this part will all still work fine. If the matrix went back and forth this way, long ways, and then you cut it here, it would stop working. It would go one way and it would stop unless you're going to get out your soldering iron and do some fancy stuff and try and piece it back together, which I would not recommend. So it makes sense that it goes up and down vertically on these that are long and skinny. With the square ones, it doesn't matter. You just turn them one way or the other, and it'd be the same. Okay, so we know that. We know it's serpentine, okay? And then I love this matrix thing, how it shows you where it starts and where it ends and stuff. This is awesome. I think it starts on the right. There it goes. And I actually think it starts on the bottom, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll find out. Okay, now I can say the dimensions. The width is 32 and the height is 8. Oh my gosh, I flipping love this. This is so great. Thank you guys for doing this. Air Cookie, you are amazing. Okay, and I think that should be it. So if I save this and then I go into the effects and I find an effect that uses a matrix, like let's try one like DNA. There it is. Oh, you can't see it. There it is. Crazy bees. The bees are flying around doing crazy stuff. Awesome, right? Awesome. It's working. Oh, here's let's see if the equalizer, if the microphone works. Okay, it looks like the microphone is not working because this is just random and it's not associated at all with what I'm doing. So that means my microphone settings are not quite right. So user mod. I don't remember what it's supposed to be. So maybe it didn't. Maybe I should have set it up before I updated to 14.3. We're going to go to the Dig-to-Go page. Oops. Dig-to-Go. And we're going to get all the settings from the Dig-to-Go page. I thought I enabled it. Did I not? Maybe I didn't save it. Let's go back and see. Oh, yeah. User mod. It was there. You saw me hit enable. Maybe it got rid of it. Maybe it didn't save. Huh. You guys saw me enable it, right? Let's see what it says here. Probably some. Looks like he's got a fancy new page here, and for some reason I'm struggling to load stuff today. It's awesome. Man, that's a nice looking site. Good job, Quindor. Oof, that's a lot of stuff. That's where we started. So this getting started guy is probably going to tell you what to do. Connect to the lights. So it came with a sound reactive version, standalone mode Wi-Fi mode, using the app, using web browser. Aha! My Dig-to-Go came with this. Can I update to 14? We do advise use the web flasher. And Dig-to-Go, and then flash is fully configured on your device in just a few minutes, fewer updates. Dig-to-Go mic pinout. See what he's got in here for us. All right. Let's see what we got here. Too many of these open. All right, let's see what he's got here. I squared C, we got 21 and 22. Is that right? Is that what he's looking for? Yeah, SDA should be 21. And SCL should be 22. Okay, let's see if that works. Still not doing anything. Reboot after save. Yeah, it didn't reboot. Now it's rebooting. Okay, so now it rebooted. It's probably not going to go back to that effect. We'll have to pick another one that's got the something that reacts like this. Still no go. Huh. So I must need to load that user mod, and I didn't. I thought it would load and I thought it would stay, but I guess not. So User mod. This isn't going to work. Well, we can still look at some of these other things. Custom user mod compiling. I don't feel like doing that. Home Assistant no longer cries about white balance correction as far as I've seen. Well, do I need these other pins? Do I need anything with these other pins? Extra ADC function. I don't think so. Maybe do I need these? Maybe I need these. Maybe I didn't finish. Probably didn't finish the setup. Let's try that. James is on it. Let's try this. Go back to the user mod. So let's try the MOSI. Let's see, what is MOSI? See, it's not the same. Mike SD WS SCK. Well, we're going to try a couple things here. 18 SCK. We're going to put this on 18. Miso and Mosi. So out and in, right? I don't know which one's which of these two. 19 and 4. Try this and see. Is there a way to exchange the ESP32 with the external antenna that came with the Dig-Octa for the Ethernet cables? Yes, Johnny. And I believe I have some, or I will have some soon. Dang, that is still not the right ones. The only other thing I can think to do. Here is change this. So we're gonna just change that for a second so that I can make this one 19 and make this one 4. This is my last shot. This is the last shot. If this doesn't work, then I give up. We'll just look at some of the other stuff on beta 14 and we won't mess with it anymore. I think my family's back from looking at the flowers, so I probably got to go before 2. Nope, still no good. Son of a gun. Got another one here that I know is right, so I'll go look at that one. See what the settings are. Why is it not showing up? 132 should have been it. 126. Huh. There's no way then, unless I just didn't connect this thing to the network, which that would be weird. Oh well. Okay. I said I was going to give up, and I am. Did I install the standard version? If not, you'll have the user mod. Yeah. Well, I thought because I started with the user mod that I could update over the air and the user mod would stay, but apparently that's not the case. Apparently that's not the case, but that's all right. That's okay. What we're going to do instead is we're going to just look at some of these new effects. Okay. So it's just doing random sound stuff here. That's not the stuff we're looking for. What we're looking for is some of these new matrices, these new effects for the matrices. So let's look at all of them. I wanted to see, there was like, I don't remember which one they said was new, but waving cells, that's kind of cool. Waverly, kind of fun. Tartan, I know was here before. That's fun. And Tartan does respond to the palette, so if you wanted to make your own palette, with your own tartan for those of you from Scotland or wherever. Okay. Back to the default. Swirl. I don't remember what that one was. Oh, that's cool. That's kind of fun. Sun radiation. That one is old. Swirl. Oh, the last thing we'll do is the scrolling text. Yeah, because somebody asked about scrolling text. So we'll do that too. Spaceships. This one's spaceships. This one's soap. I think this was a new one. Okay, just kind of crazy. It does also respond to the palette, so you can change the palette and make that one look totally different based on whatever palette you decide you like. Kind of fun. So that's soap. Sin dots, I think we had before. Now here we have the scrolling text. Let's come back to scrolling text for a minute. I just want to look at some of these others because there was like octopus. This is a new one. Okay, that's cool. That's kind of trippy. What other were the new ones? That might have been it. Colored bursts. It's just so fun. Like, how can you not just love having a matrix like this, just messing around? It's so fun. Can this be done on Govee LED strips? I mean, if you had them arranged in a matrix, yes. I think. I don't know for sure what they are, but I'm assuming that they're just WS2812s. Drift Rose reminds you of the intercenter from the movie This Island Earth. Let's try it. Enter something. And then we'll go, and then we'll do the scrolling text, and then we'll finish. Okay? We'll do the scrolling text, and then we'll be done. Add a hyperspace jump effect. That would be awesome. Oh, this one, that freaked it out. Just freaked it out. It just was like, nope, not doing that. Hyphotic. I wonder why it did that. Ghost Rider. Okay, sorry. I'm playing around and I need to, let's move on. Okay, so to do the scrolling text, for somebody asked early on about scrolling text. Just waiting for wLED to support the Hub 75 matrices. Way better resolution. Oh, really? Oh, awesome. Okay. We're going to go to scrolling text. Scrolling text effect. You see it there? I guess there it is. Scrolling text. Okay. So the first thing that shows up will be the date. It'll be the date and the time. And this is just generic date and time. If you want it to say something different, you go up here to the segments and you adjust the name of this segment. I'm just going to call it scrolling text. I'm just going to write scrolling text and then I'm going to hit this check mark and then it should change to scrolling text. So anytime you want it to say something different, you can go into wLED and change this to whatever you want. If it's short, it won't scroll. It'll just stick it in the middle. So if I just write DrZzs, it just, because that's only like 5 characters, it fits on the matrix, so it doesn't need to scroll, so it won't scroll. Do some colors to it. It's too bright. Camera's freaking out. Okay. And then if you go back, whoever it was that was asking about it, if you go back to a few streams ago, we did this with Creative on the stream, and we went through how you can set up a command, a curl, C-U-R-L, to tell wLED to change the name of the matrix, or change the name of the segment so that it would update or change the matrix as you want it to. So that was kind of cool. Like for a sensor or something. Totally, Travis. That's exactly right. Yes. So we did it. And for some reason, this one doesn't, I don't think this one's going to connect. I don't know why. I don't know if it's still, maybe it's, But we did do this. This scrolling text right here. But I don't know that matrix is coming online here. I don't know why. Let's try. I thought it was the 8. It wasn't 105. It's not 127. Yeah, it's not. I don't know why it's not connecting. Maybe I did something I don't remember. And I disconnected it from the network or something. Let's try again. Plus, discover lights, stop. Yeah, for some reason the 8x32 matrix thing's not working. I don't know if maybe I switched. But anyways, I can show you the basics. So we made this scrolling text box. This isn't going to work, but when we made this scrolling text box and we sent the command to here, we had to do it with, we went into the YAML, I think, and wrote the rest command, this. Yeah, see, 126. It should be coming up. I don't know why 126. Why is it not coming up as 126 unless something got reset? But even if it got reset, it should still like connect to my network. I don't know why it wouldn't do that. And it's not showing up as a different controller. Like it didn't get a new IP address or something. Oh, now it is. Now it's 129. Okay, so I need to set it to a so let's go in here and I'm going to change this to 129 because that's what this other matrix is. So I'm going to pull a switcheroo on you. I'm going to pull a switcheroo. We're going to switch out this other matrix for this matrix. Like in the cooking shows where they put the stuff in the oven when it's raw and then they take it out and it's cooked. Here's the cooked one on top of the raw one. So I changed, this is the rest command that we used, and I just changed this IP address to now be this IP address. So now when I save this, and I'll have to reboot Home Assistant real quick. I don't know which one it needs to be. We'll just do that one. Kill the dragon. He's going to try and kill the dragon. It doesn't mean he's going to do it. Can't just do it. All right. So we'll do this and then we'll be done. And this one, you see this microphone's working. Oh, so we could look at the settings. Let's look at the settings in this one and see where I went wrong. Yeah, so it's just this auto reactive. It's just not there. I tried setting this and that's not going to help. So it must have wiped it out. So even though I loaded it from Quindor's website and I had 14.2 beta with audio reactive user mod available and enabled, when I updated over the air to 14.3 beta, it wiped out my audio reactive user mod. Boo. Oh, never leave VS Code. I could just reload it from there. Program a hangman? Yeah, sure. Could I please add some spaces to the end of my names to see if it scrolls? Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, well, I took it off. Balcob, I'm happy to. And as soon as Home Assistant is ready here, which it looks like it's probably about ready. So if I go to, let's see, if I do this, I don't think it's going to do it. Yeah, it's got to be set to, let's go back here, and we're going to set the effect to scrolling text. Do I need to do that? It's an interesting question. I'm going to set this to scrolling text if I can find it. Scrolling text. All right, so it's giving me now the date. And it's actually, if you see this one, the text is kind of small. Oh, see, it's giving me, that's right. I set it to give me information from a sensor. I need to undo that. I need to do, because it's giving me this is how much power my house is using, right? This is from when we were playing with it the other day. Now, if I make the font bigger, then it scrolls. I wonder if that means that did I disconnect this thing then? Yeah, it's probably, this scrolling text box is probably not going to the right place anymore. So let's go into here. Let's go to my automations and let's undo the automation that is sending it sensor data. All right, and then I got to go. Random effects, preset test, webhook text to speech, scrolling text. Let's see, is this the one that I used? When scrolling text changes, rest command. Okay, so that's the scrolling text box. So that's not the one. Preset notification test. No. Power usage to the matrix. This is it. Yeah, this is it. So basically I said anytime my power monitor attribute changes, here it is. If my power monitor total watts changes, then it sends that information, you know, what it changed to from that, it sends it to that rest command. So let's just disable this for now. Turn that guy off because it just keeps updating. And then that's a different one. That's text to speech. Okay. All right, that should do it. We should be able to go back here now and put something in my scrolling text. It has to change, so it can't be, yeah, it can't be the same thing. So the reason it wasn't working was because you can't just go to this box and put in the same thing. If I just type kill the dragon, it's not going to change because it already said kill the dragon. But if I change it to an exclamation point, now there's going to be an exclamation point on the end of it. Here it comes. Kill the dragon. It's scrolling really slow. You can speed that up. Now it has an exclamation point. Okay. And then we're going to go DrZzs. All right. And then Valcob says if you add some spaces, will it scroll? Good question. Let's try it. Doesn't look like it counts spaces. I'm putting spaces in here. No, it does not count spaces, unfortunately. So if you wanted DrZzs to scroll, I might have to do something like a few spaces and then another DrZzs. And now it'll do DrZzs, and then it'll have a gap, and then it'll do DrZzs again. And that made a short word scroll by adding some spaces in between, but then I did them both. Where can you find the STL for the case? It looks great. Thingiverse, my man. Thingiverse, Howard. It's right there. Let's see. We'll go there real quick, and then we'll get out of here. Thingiverse. And I think I just did matrix diffuser. Yep. And there's a bunch. And this is the one I used. This is by Aaron. This is another guy that makes great YouTube videos about LEDs and Home Assistant and stuff. So there you go. All right. Last questions. I'll answer questions for about 2 minutes, and then I'm going to get out of here because my sister's downstairs, and they're going to be leaving soon. So can I link the matrix? I bought it from AliExpress. Probably the best thing for me to do. Let me go back. Oh, yeah. Let me go back and just grab. Maybe Sir Goodenough, can you just go back a couple streams and grab the links to all these matrices that I put in there? Because I did put them there before, so I've got them. We can just update it to this stream. I remember last year you got the LED Christmas tree from Walmart. Yes, and ran a program on it, and it worked. So I was wondering if it would do the same thing on the Govee LEDs. I mean, are they a Christmas tree official DJ? So the Govee LEDs should just be WS2811s or 12s. So yeah, it should work. I just don't know the details of the Govee LEDs or what arrangement you have. I mean, if you've got them on a tree like that, a Christmas tree is basically just a matrix. It's just a funky shaped matrix. Yeah, it's just a it's a little tricky to get it because you're gonna have different numbers. Well, it is a matrix. It's just it's a matrix that's distorted, right? It's the same number of up and downs and the same number across, but it's shaped like that because you just pulled those in, and so that at the top they're closer together, but it's still just a matrix. This just caused everything to blink. Uh-oh, what happened, Dave? What caused everything to blink? Oh, I have a 30-foot run on my first run of LEDs. I tried to use a sacrificial LED light to act as a booster, and it didn't work. I will have boosters in stock very soon, Dave, and you can try one of those. Where did you put the booster? Where did you put that first LED? Actually went out and bought that Christmas tree as well. Okay, good. Well, that Christmas tree works great. I still have it. It's right there. It's almost Christmas time again. Okay, not really. Is there an audio reactive switch? There is an audio reactive switch in the info tab. Really? Audio reactive. Well, hot dog. Okay, then let's try this. Let's go back to this. Turn this one back on. So now we're back to this other one, which was this one. And let's do something audio reactive like that. And then we'll go to the info tab. No, see, it's not there. And that's because this doesn't have the user mod. So that's why. Can I drop a link for the tree? Oh boy. I mean, right now you're not gonna be able to get it. It was gosh, you'd have to go back and search through the old streams around Christmas time. It was one of the 12 streams of Christmas, right, guys? So it should be easy-ish to find. Oh man, I don't have it handy. I don't think. Walmart LED Christmas tree. Anyways, I wish I could tell you, oh yeah, it's great, you know, just here it is, but I don't think so. They're not going to have it listed right now, probably. It wasn't this. It was a pretty good one. I'm sure there's some people that have the information on it that could help you. So just go ahead to Discord. But yeah, if you look back at the 12 streams of Christmas from 2022, when will I have Did Unos in stock? Within the week, John. Within the week, I've got a huge shipment coming that was shipped by boat a month ago, and it's here. And the guy says it might arrive tomorrow. And then I know that they sent me a shipment by air as well, and just a few days ago. So I should probably be getting both of them at the same time. And if that is the truth, I will have tons of stuff. Can wLED control not regular shape of matrices? I mean, something like an LED suit. Good question. You still have to set it up in the 2D configuration like this. So I think you can have different panels. So say you had like a suit, an LED suit on, you know, and one of these was on the arm, and then you had maybe a different size matrix on your chest. You could probably have different size matrices, and you could tell it, because this is panel 0. But if you had multiple panels, in each panel you would set up differently, but it still has to be, you know, it's still 2-dimensional. It's still going to just be this many up, this many over. If you wanted to do like 10 up and then 5 over, but each time you wanted to reduce it by 1 and then increase it by 1 again to go back up to another, it's not going to be able to do that. So it's not going to be able to really do like an hourglass or something funky. It's going to still have to be 2-dimensional like this, but you could still make it work. And that's actually really an awesome idea, the LED suits. And I've got one of those things on my list of things to do. Thank you, Nick. I think Nick just went and found us the live stream from when we had the the tree on or something. How do you find the Discord? Oh, we're going to get like 4 people right now. We're going to shoot you the link. I'm not even going to bother because I know we got guys on it. You guys are on it. Still dedicated for Matrix. What is Matrix? What is that? But anyways, I want to make an LED suit as well. Me and DrZzs have been talking about making an LED suit. So, okay, guys, I'm gonna sign off. Let's get the girls up here real quick, and we'll do it. And I still don't have a button for sign off, which is just crazy. I say that every week. And then I'm gonna go say bye to my sister before she leaves, and then I got to head up to the Hobbit house and fix some stuff. We had some people stay up there, and I don't know what they did, but they messed up the power, and I got to go fix it. So I'm driving up to Idaho tonight. Wish me luck. There it is. Discord GG, DrZzs. There's tons of people in there that have tons of knowledge about the LEDs and Home Assistant and everything in between. So great place to go and get all kinds of good information. Hi, girly. Do we have any cousins left?
No, well, they're just not coming, I don't think.
Okay, are we gonna sign off like we had a great party and we partied hard all weekend? It was my mom's 70th birthday today, actually. So for the last 2 days we've been partying hardy, right? Yeah, now we're really tired. Okay, ready for like we're over partied? Ready? Here goes. As always, thanks for watching. Until next time, adios. Okay, sounds like you need a nap. No. All right, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all your help. Hope that was useful to you. We learned some things, even if it didn't work out the way I was hoping it would. We learned some things, and I hope you all get a Matrix, because a Matrix in wLED is awesome. So get one. All right. Have a good week. We'll see you next week, I think. If I stream next week, it'll be from the Hobbit house. So we'll see. But we'll see. I always make promises that I don't keep. Oh, sorry. Where's my button?